Previously on Community Crime Solvers Live.
Who killed Frankie? What tipped Sherman off?
Ready? All right.
All right. Show in 3, 2, 1. So, the conclusion to the unsafe safe house. The name is Sherman Holmes, private investigator. He took a deep breath, then turned to the rookie. Please arrest Captain Loeb. I heard that. What? Loeb was instantly furious. That's garbage. I'll have your PI license revoked so fast. For once, Sherman was glad he didn't have a license. Asked the captain how he could have arrived without a coat, and yet was planning on leaving with one. And don't let him say that it's not his coat. His notepad is in the pocket. The rookie's hand shook as he pulled his service revolver. Are you sure, mister? I am, Sherman replied. I've been staring at that bloody trench coat for an hour. Frankie would naturally open the door to the captain in charge of his case. Loeb took off his coat, made himself comfortable, and then strangled Frankie with his belt. It was only after leaving the house with the front door locked behind him that the captain realized he left his coat inside.
We even have him on thing.
I know, he wasn't even a suspect.
No. God damn it.
We all suck.
Everyone's suspect. Sherman.
We all suck.
Well, there we go.
Oh.
So, the next case, the crystal vanishes. Luther brought a new pot of coffee into the dining room and began refreshing everyone's cup. Agatha, is that the crystal ball you were telling us about? Isn't it gorgeous? The young woman in the flowing robe held it up for all to see. A round piece of cut crystal not much larger than a baseball. The salesman guaranteed me that it once belonged to Morgan Le Fay. And this wasn't her everyday crystal either. It was her special one. Agatha passed the ball to Sherman Holmes. It's blooming lovely, Sherman said, managing to keep a straight face. He enjoyed his weekly dinners with Luther, Agatha, and Grimelda. The warlock and 2 witches might seem a little extreme to Sherman's other friends, but they were full of life and always interesting, and they accepted without question Sherman's own idiosyncrasies. All 3 examined the ball, then watched as Agatha returned it to a red velvet box. They say it has a mind of its own. If the crystal doesn't like its current owner, it will find a new one. We get along swimmingly, though, I'm glad to say. The evening was almost over. Agatha helped Luther, the host, clear the dining room table, while Grimelda went to the bathroom, and Sherman browsed through Luther's library. When he returned to the living room, Grimelda was adjusting her shawl and checking her makeup in the mirror over the mantel. She had always been the most attractive witch in the company. Sherman had heard from Luther that there was some tension between her and the younger, newer arrival, Agatha. Next week at my abode, Sherman reminded her. Grimelda seemed startled. Oh, that's right. We're going to help you contact Dr. Watson. We never had much luck contacting your great-great-grandfather, did we? We'll have to keep trying, Luther. I have no idea what's going on. He shouted to the next room. A scrumptious dinner. Then he saw the velvet box on the sideboard behind a full pot of coffee. Agatha, don't forget your crystal. Sherman picked up the box and could instantly tell it was too light. It's gone, Agatha cried as she discovered the empty box. Morgan's crystal has left me. I feel so rejected. Oh, that's too bad, Grimelda commiserated. Luther agreed. The 3 witches seemed quite willing to accept the crystal's disappearance as a natural phenomenon. But Sherman knew better. Who took the crystal? Where is it hidden?
We gotta.
I
I know who
honestly
it was.
have absolutely. I got nothing.
All right, so
I have nothing either.
the
I know
hard
who it was.
part about this was their names.
Well, you just gotta do your best.
What was the names? It was Agatha, and what was the other two?
Okay, so there's
And
Agatha,
Grimelda.
Grimelda,
Mhm.
and Luther.
Was there any other names thrown about other than Sherman's?
Morgan.
Morgan
That
was
was
the
another
person
one.
who they owned. That was the person who owned the crystal, like once upon a time.
Okay.
Okay.
I was too busy laughing at Fred because when he went like this, I thought he's like, crap, I didn't record. And I was like, shoot, we're gonna have to do this all over again, aren't we?
No, Dizzy
Oh.
froze for a second. But you cleared up. I already got my answer.
Oh, why are we special? Oh, I got my answer. I'm salty that you did. So. No,
I'm Could you?
I'm glad, like when he gets it, like he sings. The last week I did it twice.
What was Luther doing?
Luther went to the bathroom.
It's like the countdown to a question.
I thought Grimelda went to the
Oh,
bathroom.
there it goes.
She was.
Grimelda was adjusting her shawl, checking her makeup in the mirror over the mantel. No, you're right. Grimelda went to the bathroom. Sherman was in Luther's library. When he returned to the living room, Grimelda was adjusting her shawl, checking her makeup.
Makeup. So they say.
I have no freaking clue.
Till she wipes off
So,
her face and a big giant crystal falls
Sherman
out.
said to come over to his house next time, right?
Right.
And who did he say that to again?
Grimelda.
He
Grimelda.
reminded her. Yeah.
Okay. And they're over whose house? They didn't mention it, did they?
Luther.
They're the Luthers.
You want to know the author of the book too?
I would like to know your social security number if that's fine.
So did anyone else need anything else?
Reread the whole story.
I need the answer.
Was the crystal ball from Italy?
Okay, it's more time.
Well, Fred
Already.
finished his song like 20 minutes ago.
He
so I think
did.
he's
He
been
did.
on
And
us.
I
Yeah.
ignored it. All right, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Nope,
Are we ready?
but sure.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, so we have lots of Grimeldas going on. Let's start with Vin. Why'd you pick Luther?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Oh. No, I was just thinking he could be at their house. They're at his house, and apparently someone was messing with the coffee. I don't know. It mentioned coffee twice. There you go. That's like, I don't know. He could have put it. He could have put it where the coffee was. I don't know. Aside from, never mind. Y'all can explain why you did that. Don't know. I didn't catch any details, so y'all have fun.
All right,
This is
do
a
you know
tough
where it's
one. This is a
hidden? That was
tough
the
one.
second question: is where is it hidden?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
There was a
it's-
second
I-
question?
Where it's hidden?
No, I think it's hidden. I think it's hidden with the coffee. In the
a
coffee.
secret spot.
What's it called? Okay.
Sure.
So, you picked
It's,
Agnes.
it's either him in the coffee or yeah. That's what with your choice. All right. That's it.
So, Frankie, you picked that, right?
Yeah, I picked Agatha because she's the one that you would least expect. And she's over there having some rivalry with Grimelda. So she might want to look like the victim and get attention. And where she stashed it, maybe she stashed it on Grimelda. I don't know.
Oh, that sounds that.
Poor Grimelda.
All right.
That sounds like an after hours special there.
So, Fred, you seem to have picked out the answer very quickly and first. Why Grimelda?
Yes.
And where'd she hide it?
Yes. Grimelda, just because I wanted to see if I could spell her name. And I'm not even kidding, that's the only reason I picked her. I have no idea who took it, but I'm gonna blame Grimelda because that name just sounds guilty. And I'm gonna say she was like adjusting her whatever she was adjusting.
Shawl.
Shawl.
Was it a
Yeah,
scarf?
her shawl and her
A shawl?
makeup and in the mirror.
And that just like that sounds like something that somebody sneaky would
Okay.
do. I mean, if I walk in a room
Sounds
and
like-
then and then they're like, oh, I'm just fixing my scarf.
So
Then
when
you
we
know,
see Fred
so-
at PAX, we all have to like start shifting and like itching our necks, and
So Grimelda sounds guilty.
So Apollo.
Still having a crazy
I
day
would
for
say, well, Grimelda, just because she was adjusting herself and she's got that whole thing of not being the prettiest one in the coven and whatnot. And I probably spelled it wrong. Is it G-R-I or G-R-E?
GRI.
Okay, so grime is in her name, so she's grimy. So there you go.
So
I'll adjust this.
So I picked Grimelda as well. The reason why I picked Grimelda was because she was adjusting her shawl and her makeup in the mirror over the mantle, but this was right after she went to the bathroom.
Oh.
Usually when you're in the bathroom, you adjust everything in the mirror before you leave.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you doing it now over the mantle?
Only so I know Grimelda would do that.
So where did she hide it?
Her shawl, maybe?
I think her shawl.
How was she wearing it though?
I don't know. I have no
There's no
idea.
picture.
Maybe she's like one of those old like. Never mind. I don't want to say that. That would be mean.
I'm gonna adjusting her shawl and makeup. It could be in her shawl. Because I will go with my first guess. My first guess, I was gonna say that she hid it in the bathroom, which is why she went in there in the first place. So that's my answer.
Okay.
I still
Put
say
on
the
a
shawl.
It's just-
dress.
So tune in next episode to
Alright.
find the answer of who took the crystal ball and where they hid it. Bye.